Meghan Markle's former royal aide, Samantha Cohen, has finally confirmed that she was one of 10 royal staffers to be interviewed in Buckingham Palace's investigation into bullying accusations levelled against the Duchess of Sussex. Samantha Cohen, who was nicknamed Samantha the Panther for a no-nonsense attitude, served as Queen Elizabeth's press secretary for 17 years, and then as her assistant and private secretary. She stepped away from working for the royal household in 2019 after a stint as the private secretary to Meghan and Harry. Ms. Cohen resigned after being treated harshly and likening the job to working with teenagers, according to historian Valentine Lowe in his book Courtiers, The Hidden Power Behind the Crown. Now, in an interview with Australian outlet The Herald Sun, Ms. Cohen confirmed that she was one of 10 aides interviewed by the palace after a bullying complaint was raised by Harry and Meghan's communications secretary, Jason North, in 2018. Back to the past, Mr. North had alleged to the palace's Human Resources Department that Meghan bullied 2 PAs out of the household within the space of a year, and was targeting other female staff. One was quoted as saying, "The institution just protected Meghan constantly. All the men in grey suits who she hates have a lot to answer for, because they did absolutely nothing to protect people." Meghan's lawyer and friend, Jenny Afear, said the allegations were absolutely untrue and didn't match her experience of her. But speaking on the new interview, Cohen and Archie told the outlet Monday, "I was only supposed to stay for 6 months, but stayed for 18. We couldn't find a replacement for me, and when we did, we took staffers on tour to Africa with Harry and Meghan to show them the ropes, but they left, or quit, as well while in Africa." So for 17 years, she's fine and happy as the Queen's press secretary, but she only worked for the Sussexes for a stint, and then she quit. Hard to explain that away. It must have pained Samantha to be linked with the truly awful person that is Meghan Markle. It must have been hell having Meghan as a boss. Nothing to say about the Sussexes because Miss Cohen would love to put the experience behind her. It must have been so frustrating and upsetting, trying to do her best by the Queen's wishes for the couple, but the couple making a right mess of their interactions with others. The HR review was privately funded by Queen Elizabeth II and carried out by an independent investigator in March 2021, after 2 royal staffers alleged they had been bullied while working for her. The investigation concluded in June 2022, and while a senior royal aide claimed the findings resulted in changes, they also said the findings won't ever be made public. You know, if the report concluded the allegations were unfounded, we can be sure Harry and Meghan would have insisted on the findings being made public, or a source close to the Sussexes would have leaked it. So perhaps the bullying report would reflect poorly on both Harry and Meghan as well as the palace. The palace didn't do enough to protect their employees, and instead protected Harry and Meghan. So for 17 years she's fine and happy as the Queen's press secretary, but she only worked for the Sussexes for a stint and then quit. Hard to explain that away. Also, Harry denied the bullying accusations on one page of his book and confirmed them on another. He said that he refuted them with a 25-page document, but admits in spare that people were slumping across their desks and weeping. Not normal behaviour, not even in America, as Meghan would claim.